Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Good morning, everybody. Cap Nation Live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Wednesday, the 28th edition of October. Dodgers win the World Series. Game stays under. Games get hammered. At least the Dodgers came through for us yesterday. Nonetheless, welcome everybody. I'm going to try and make it a great day today. Even though it is a very light day today, to say the least. What is going on, everybody? Grillmaster, gotta love it. First comedy comes in. You kill me, bro. With baseball, Japan, last game, monkeys, OMG. While our game might have killed you, your grammar kills me. Real Champ, good morning. Edward, good morning. Jeff, good morning. If you want to at least bitch and complain, make sure your grammar is on point and we can actually understand what you're talking about. Nego, Nick, what is going on, my brother? Real Champ. Jay Baseball, good morning. Ray, good morning. Mike Brown, good morning. If I miss you, it's nothing personal. It just means I just didn't see your name. The Real DJX, 214, what's going on? Good morning. Mr. Bayer, good morning. Joe C, good morning. Ray, good morning. Jay Hugh, good morning. Prantia, good morning. Jose, good morning. Mike Z, good morning. Mike Z says, nice $500 on there being a run in the first inning. Hey, it was at 5-1 out of the 6 games on that. Nego, we start a little spicy? No, we just don't put up with dumb shit here. Not spicy at all. I'm actually fairly in a good mood. Fairly in a good mood. Alrighty. Give me 1 second, folks. Alrighty. Brad, good morning. Jay Yee, good morning. Michael, good morning. It's going to be a good day today. Every day is a good day, regardless of the outcome of the games. We can't win every day, but yesterday was definitely a bloodbath. Yesterday was definitely a bloodbath. I can be the first to admit it. That is for sure. Don't mind the noise. If you guys hear a lot of noise, they're doing work on the concrete outside. I guess they're recurbing the curbs. Why? I have no clue. But hey, I guess if you've got money to burn and you want to make your parking lot look a little bit better, you recurb the curbs. So there is some noise from that coming into the building. I see a lot of people all up in an uproar because Justin Turner, who tested positive yesterday, they pulled him in the 7th inning because he tested positive for COVID, was back out on the field celebrating. You know, like if he was positive an hour ago, like what's the difference from him out there celebrating a lifelong dream with his team? nothing, in my opinion anyways. But hey, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Nonetheless, congratulations to all the lifelong Dodger fans out there, the Dodger posers, and everybody that bet on them. Hopefully you guys all cashed in on a futures bet with me, just like we discussed before Game 1 of the World Series. Hopefully you guys threw a futures on it. Hopefully you guys got a nice futures bet. That actually turned yesterday between the Dodgers winning and the futures bet. Made, no matter what I did, a nice winning day yesterday. So always glad to be able to cash tickets, no matter which direction they come from. Now, no baseball today, except the Japanese kind later on tonight. No football today. We'll get that tomorrow. Unless it's the other kind of football. The soccer kind. Yep, the free play won. I mean, the free play lost. I know. The free play lost. Nobody should get killed on a losing ticket. Nobody should get killed on just one free play. Or 2 or 3 or 4. If you can't stomach losing, you shouldn't be here. Because we're not going to go 100%. And if you think I'm your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, let me tell you, you are praying to the wrong person. You are praying to the wrong person if you think I'm your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I don't walk on water. I turn miracles, but I don't walk on water. We had a losing day yesterday. Yes, we did. You know, it happens. Losing days happen. Last time I checked, there's 365 days in the year, but actually there's 366 in this year because it's leap year. So because we have 366 days in the year, I'm pretty sure we're going to have losing days. Appreciate it. Glad to know that I killed you, but you still love me. It's all good. I walk on coffee. I walk on some coffee beans, that's for sure. But yeah, you know, we're going to have losing days from time to time. It happens. And losing weeks, losing months. You know, those things happen. It's part of betting on sports. It's part of the life that we live. It's all a matter of what you do with it and how you regroup and get out of it. That's for sure. That is for sure. When it comes to soccer today, we do have some soccer today. That is for sure. Chelsea on the board today. Istanbul playing. Manchester United getting RP Leipzig. Sergio, good morning. Absolutely, we're definitely going to have way more winning days than losing days. But, you know, I mean, let me be honest. Losing days suck. They do. They do. They absolutely do. And they happen. And they will happen. And they will never go away, unfortunately. There'll always be that losing day out there. Unfortunately. But nonetheless, we'll always bounce back. We'll always be strong. We'll always come back and we'll always get that money. All good, Grill Master. All good. Alrighty, so happy Wednesday. What we're going to do today, we're going to shoot the shit. We're going to shoot the shit. We're going to shoot the shit. Then we're going to talk a little bit of soccer. But in between all of that shooting the shit, we're going to talk a little bit about the NFL, Week 8. A little live look ahead at some college football. If you're on premium plays, make sure you log in a little bit. There's nothing posted yet, but there will be. There will be. Joe D, good morning. Alex says, welcome to Sports Betting 101. Losing days are 100% going to happen. As much as we don't want them to happen, they will happen. Now, premium plays will be posted on the website. I was told probably about an hour from now. Hour and 15 minutes from now. So if you're on premium plays and your account needs extending, they'll do that automatically when they get in the office. Alrighty. Now, we went over a little, if you guys were with us yesterday, we went over a little bit of the NFL, a little live look ahead into what to expect. Mike Smith, pen all the way down to 57.38. Are you going to keep it or dropping? Do you have an entry point? I already sold mine. I sold mine beginning of the month, over 3 weeks ago. Oh, Mike Howard, we lost. We lost, unfortunately. The free soccer play lost, unfortunately. Couldn't put nothing up on the board. Ended up as a 0-0 draw. But yeah, I sold all my pen the beginning of the month. I actually said it in the live show, and I said the exact reasons why I was selling it and all of that. But yeah, Penn's price dropping was something I expected. Any plans on buying it back? Maybe after seeing where it rebounds to. I know the other day it was trading under $50. I know it's dropped down to in the 40s for a little bit. But no, not at this moment, no. No re-entry point just yet. Not with the election. With the election looming in a couple days. COVID cases spiking. And I believe they should be dropping their quarterly numbers tomorrow. Their quarterly numbers come out tomorrow, and I don't expect them to be very impressive. Now, maybe as far as picking up a share of the market in the state of Pennsylvania, I'm sure it's a fantastic number. But I don't plan on their quarterly numbers to be very good. Hell, even DraftKings is down below $40 a share. And they were into the 37 range. Not too long ago, that was in the 60s. And definitely has a lot to do with the uncertainty of sports, as what they're trying to make it out to believe. So while it's so volatile, no. To answer your question, I don't have an entry point. Jess says, let's get some today. Absolutely. You'll bet the Dodgers live in the fourth inning at plus 185. Very nice. I'm sure you'll be fine in the long run, Mike. I'm sure it'll stabilize and go back up. Michael says everything is down today. Tread lightly for the next month or so. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bitcoin is above 13,000 and holding strong. But yeah, a lot of things down, and with the election looming, things will be very volatile. Scott, let's be honest. Let's be honest. There's not a day where losing can be timed perfect. You know what I mean? Losing sucks every single day of the week. Doesn't matter which day we lose on. Losing just sucks. I mean, I could be the first one to admit that much. You know what I mean? Jay Shep, good morning. Dodgers, absolutely. Kenon, good morning. There's no good time to lose. And it doesn't matter when you lose or when you have a losing ticket. They all suck. They all suck. You got Greedy waiting for, or with all the sports on, not just football. But starting next week, there's football 6 days a week next week. And then the week after that, we've got football 7 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, as far as in the U.S. goes, ride the pine just a little bit, and things will get better. Things will get busier. Absurd, yeah. The Golden Eagles fallen early and battled back late, but just not enough. No, Mike, I did not see Blake Snell's post-game press conference. But, it's the reason why he's the pitcher. And let's be honest. Blake Snell did an amazing job, and he did more than he normally does. The Tampa Bay Rays have built their organization and built who they are and what they do based off statistical data. That's 100% fact. The Rays do what they do based off of statistical data. When the stats and the statistics tell them to do something, he does it. It got him to the World Series. It got him to be the best team in the American League. It got him to Game 6. So, I'm sure it was a very hard decision for him, but when the numbers don't lie to you and they tell him, it's time to go to the pen, and let's be honest, is there anybody with a better bullpen than the Tampa Bay Rays all year long, with the exception of Game 6? No, there's not. They ran into a Dodgers team that could out-hit their numbers, plain and simple, all year long. If they don't take him out, he probably keeps rolling. But let's be honest. When's the last time he went more than 5 innings? Javar says, let's face it, they never stood a chance. 100% agree. 100% agree. Alex, good morning. Thank you, sir, for the futures bet. I hope you cashed as well, brother. Regardless of them pulling Snell out, he lived and died by the numbers. Pretty sure it's done him well. And their bullpen, just so happens they ran into a hotter team. They ran into a hotter and a stronger team whose bullpen was matched exceptionally well. So did the Rays get out coached? No. They followed their system. They followed the Rays. I mean, you can't fault the coach. You can't fault the coach. He followed the system. He followed everything that got him there. Now people want to blame him. That's fine. But let's be honest. When's the last time Snell has made it 6 complete innings? When's the last time Snell was that dominant? And of the games where Snell has been dominant and then he gets tagged, when does that tagging usually come? Usually comes in that 5th inning, right? It don't matter if they left Snell in or they took him out. Those Dodgers batters were hitting the ball regardless of who was coming in. Things always change situationally, But again, you can't fault the coach. He followed his system that got him there. And, it didn't work out. But you were a 2-1 dog leading into Game 1. You were a 2-1 dog before Game 1 even started to win the World Series. So, statistically proven you weren't going to win anyways. And you generally don't win 1-0. So if anybody's at fault, you'd have to say those Rays batters who couldn't get a timely hit or put anybody around other than that first run home run or the first inning home run, which I'm very thankful for. Shouldn't, couldn't, or whatever the case. But let me guess, you'd be the same people in here bashing him if he left him in the 5th inning or the 6th inning and Snell got tagged. Because he just gave up a hit. Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And I'm going to guess you guys probably had tickets on the Rays yesterday. So, and I'm sure if he would have left Snell in and Snell gave up 3 or 5 or 8 or was responsible for 2 more, it didn't matter. then you'd be saying the same thing. Oh my God, he left him in too long. You've got the best bullpen in all of Major League Baseball. Why didn't you pull him? Yada, 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 yada. And again, it's been since July 21st of 2019. Brad says, Snell pitched for his life, not his fault. Well, one run was his fault. The tying run was his. The tying runner on first was his. So does Snell have any responsibility? You know, you guys want to blame anybody, blame Snell. He would have got the first batter out. He would have been pulled. Or the second batter, excuse me. You can't account the Dodgers for their top three hitters. Because the Dodgers, we all know the Dodgers have a lot more potency than their top three hitters. His second hit or his third hit or his 10th hit, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Alex, it sucks. It sucks as a Dodger fan for you that you can't go out and celebrate safely with a bunch of shitheads. You know, people are going to say stupid to take Snell out. He was rolling. He just gave up a hit. He just gave up a hit past his point where he usually doesn't pitch anymore. So you guys want to blame anybody, blame Snell. Blame Snell for giving up that base hit. And yeah, go ahead and look at the statistical data when those numbers 1 through 3, if that's what you really want to use, when 1 through 3 come up for the third time. Long shot 89, I know, pulling Turner after the 7th with COVID. I mean, you were out there the entire game, high-fiving in close quarters. Like an extra hour was going to be a difference. Pat, good morning. And again, yeah, anybody can agree, disagree. The fact is, Snell gave up the hit that ultimately tied the game. You can't deny that fact. He was charged, the run. He was charged the Dodgers' first run. Mark, they make more than you, stats and all that, and here's the thing. If it got them that far, and the Rays have grinded away close games all season long, and I mean, you got to tip your hat to them. It got them there. It got them to the best record in the American League. They won more close games than anybody. And the fact of the matter is, they didn't put up enough. They didn't put up enough. So if you want to blame anybody, blame the Rays hitters who didn't score enough, and blame Snell for giving up that hit. Blame Snell for giving up that hit. There you go, long shot. You want to blame anybody, blame the Rays. Blame the Rays bats for leaving all those runners on. Travis says, don't matter, the fact is they lost. That is a fact. The Rays lost, and we cashed a futures ticket. And the Dodgers yesterday. The Rays were outmatched. They were outpitched at their own game. And it didn't matter who was pitching. Eventually, the Dodgers were going to hit them. So, Facts are facts. Congrats to all the Dodger fans out there. My mom is a lifelong Dodger fan. My cousins, my uncles, my aunts. I do remember watching their last World Series in 1988 as a kid. Tim, good morning. Upsurge said Snell gave the Rays more than enough time to score and they didn't. It's a fact. That is a fact and a very good point. And a very good point. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And again, congratulations to everybody that cashed in. Hopefully you guys all hammered a futures bet with me. That is right. Everybody gets free tacos today. It says, I'm trying to read the, let's see here. You get one free meaty and cheesy Doritos Locos taco for asking nicely. For stealing the base. You know, the fact of the matter is what you guys are missing. They did lose with their ace in there. He was charged to run. If he would have done his job and wouldn't have gave up that hit and kept the runner off of first base, he would have stayed in. Edward, back page. Yeah, back page. Taco Bell, baby. Albert, I don't have anybody yet for this week. We're going to go over some leans and stuff like that, but I haven't bet anybody. I won't bet anybody, especially with COVID and all of that stuff until the actual game days. But yeah, don't forget, if he would have done his job and he would have kept the runner off of first, he would have stayed in the game. So ultimately getting pulled, he wasn't getting pulled until he gave up that single. That's a fact. He wasn't getting pulled until he gave up that single. Gave up the single, he was done. Adam, I disagree. I disagree. But then again, you know, people are going to criticize every decision that a coach makes. It's part of being a coach. Ivan, myself personally, no, I don't do any Major League Soccer myself personally. Obviously, it was a scary single, Adam. Obviously, it was, right? If it wasn't a scary single, then they probably would have pulled him. Because let's be honest, when do pitchers usually have their meltdown? When pitchers who usually only go 4 to 5 innings, when do they have that meltdown? In that 4th or 5th inning, statistically proven. Nathan, is it not the pitcher's fault? Well, he gave up the run, right? Pretty sure the official scorer gave the run to him. Ernesto, your eyes was absolutely amazing. Good morning from Mexico. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Absolutely. Julio was, it was good to see him on his game yesterday. Not for the over, but for himself personally, because he's had some bad games over the playoffs as well. But he was absolutely wheeling and dealing yesterday. But statistically proven, when does Snell usually have that problem? When does he usually get hit? Well, it's usually in that 5th inning, or that if he goes longer. So, hey, it is what it is. Criticize the coach all you want. Fact of the matter is, he's getting paid millions, and you're watching my free play videos, right? So we can criticize all we want, say he made the right call or he didn't make the right call, but at the end of the day, we're all assholes. None of us have a say in it. So, everybody's entitled to their opinion, regardless if I think you're right or if I think you're wrong, if I think the coach made the right decision, the wrong decision. Myself, personally, I was not happy to see him. I mean, I was not unhappy to see him go, that's for sure. Yeah, Dodgers definitely had a hard time seeing that ball. That's for sure. But nonetheless, Dodgers win. Dodgers win. Rays lose. We cashed a futures. So I can't say I'm not happy. Yeah, they usually don't let Blake Snell pitch around more than 2 to 3 times. That's generally the case. Edward, yeah, those no value plays that bust up a parlay, right? Right? Thoughts on Manfred? I don't know. Maybe he's got a medical condition that causes him to slur every now and then. My grandfather at his age had Parkinson's, and it was causing him to slur. So, as far as Manfred slurring, honestly, I could really give a rat's ass. But, if it is his health, definitely my thoughts and prayers to him if it is something that's health related. But I did show a $4,000 losing ticket. Actually, it was like $4,800 or $4,600, whatever it was, on Twitter. On the over. Adam, they haven't let Snell go big, as you want to call it, since July 21st of 2019. He hasn't pitched 6 complete innings. So again, show me anywhere within recent time frame that he's ever made it 6 complete innings. Nigo says, Blake Snell going to be all right. He made his millions already, right? Right? I've seen a lot of people mocking him for slurring his words, and he's had a couple times this year where he's been in press conferences where he slurred his words. So, Christopher Barry, your grandfather had the Johnny Walker shakes. I know there's a lot of people that are not fans of Manfred and the way that he's ran baseball and all of that. And regardless, the politics involved in it. Hey, you know what? My sincere thank you to Manfred, as well as everybody at Major League Baseball. Even though our season was short, even though our season was short, us as fans, we got baseball. We got baseball this year. We did. So regardless of it being a short season, it's not, trust me, I was not excited about a 60-game season. I was very bummed that, we got a 60-game season and not a full season. And the fact that, at the time, I was happy to get 60. And then when it started and it was towards the end, I was kind of bummed that it was just a 60-game season. But you know what? When you look at the whole realm of things and where the world is today and where you are today, you take a look at it and everything that, everything that we went through. Yeah, we needed 162 as a fan. But you got to admit, you got to tip your hat to Manfred for getting us. Even if it was a 60 game in a postseason. We got it. So hats off for at least getting some baseball. Because there was a point in time where, let's be honest, none of you guys thought we were going to get baseball. There was a point in time where none of you guys thought we were going to get any baseball. Fantastic. Bob Smith says he can change back the extra inning rule. The extra innings rule is putting the leadoff runner on second. I don't know what they're going to do on that one. What they're going to do for that, I don't know. My opinion on it, I didn't like it at first. If you're an overs bettor, it definitely helps. No doubt about it. It definitely helps if you're an overs bettor. That's for sure. It definitely helps if you're an overs bettor. Helps at times seem to speed up extra innings. Opinion on it. I can deal with it. If we were stuck with that extra innings rule, hell, it happens in the minors. I could deal with it. The designated hitter spot in the National League. That I don't know if I like. I'm still uncertain. I'm still uncertain on the designated hitter opinion for the National League. I miss hitters like Bumgarner, Roberto Colon, that actually took pride in hitting. Todd Warrior says it doesn't matter. The Rays couldn't score. Fact, and I agree. He says, Kyle, do you think Major League Baseball World Series winner is tainted? I just can't recognize LA as a true champion. Why can't you recognize them as a true champion? They were going to make the playoffs anyways. It's not like the playoffs were shortened. The playoffs were actually harder this year. They added more teams. They made the wild card an actual series and not So as far as the playoffs go, more teams, the harder it is. No doubt about it. So do I think it's tainted? No. Dodgers were going to win the NL West regardless. Dodgers were going to make the playoffs regardless. They'd have the best record in the National League regardless of what the Braves could do. And at the end of the day, coming from the American League, it was either going to be the Yankees, the Astros, or the Rays. Those were the three teams coming out of the American League that actually had a chance. And you saw what happened as soon as the postseason started with the Astros and their ability to not have to worry about getting plucked by a fastball in every single game. No day off. Do I think that mattered? I think it made coaches with a deeper bullpen. I think it made them carry more pitchers than it did positional players. I think it's the reason why the Dodgers carried 15 pitchers on their World Series roster, whereas the Rays only had 12. No days off. We would have seen Kershaw a lot more. And let me tell you, do I think Christian McCaffrey will play? Hold on, let me check. Yes, I think he'll play. As far as an asterisk goes next to it, I don't think it's necessary. Postseason wasn't shorted. The postseason wasn't shorted. The Dodgers were going to win the National League West, the NL West. They were going to have the best record in all of baseball. They were going to have a cakewalk through the playoffs all the way to the NLCS. So as far as it being tainted or an asterisk, no. My opinion, not necessary. But again, opinions are like assholes. Even I've got one. But again, I have no clue if Christian McCaffrey is going to play or not. I have no clue. You'd have to call him and ask. I have no clue if he's going to play or not. The Braves always only have one pitcher left after 60 games. The Braves pitchers don't remain healthy. The Braves pitchers have had a history of not remaining healthy. But then again, you can say that of the Dodgers as well. The Dodgers were down some major players as well. So, no different than the Dodgers. Ross Stripling not out there. We didn't see him. Yeah, exactly. Jarvis, exactly. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that, brother. Much appreciated. So everyone should hit the like button today for a super job that Kyle is doing for all of us. Appreciate that. Real Champ says, lucky even got baseball with all that's going on. 100% agree, man. 100% agree. Because let's be honest, there was a time where we didn't think we were going to get baseball. There was a time where we didn't think we were going to get baseball. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. You know, the one aspect that I do like, you know, and it's kind of funny to see. It's kind of funny to see with the Dodgers. David Price opting out because of COVID concerns. And the Dodgers come and win the World Series. Good fella Frank, why do we have an extremely long intro with no words or anything? We do have a words on the intro. Maybe your volume was just down too low. But then again, why does it matter to you what kind of intro we have? It's kind of an off-topic question, like it really matters to you what kind of intro we have. William tuning in via text. Good morning, brother. Hope all is well. All righty. You know, and I love it. I know Stephen A. Smith went off on the analytics side on the decision to pull Snell, but he would have been the same asshole that would be criticizing the Dodgers for not the Rays for not pulling Snell if they would have left him in and he would have gave up even more hits. They would have, you know, everybody would criticize no matter what the decision was, right or wrong. Doesn't matter which direction it went, you guys would have criticized. Why didn't he pull him? He's never left him in that long. Since July 21st of 2019, why would he leave him in that long? The hits were coming, the Dodgers were going to win regardless. Why don't I enter the live show for 10 minutes? Because I give people time to log on. I give people time to log on. Feel free not to log on at all or come back and hit the rewind button. Sometimes I'm busy doing other things. Making my cup of coffee, taking a piss, taking a shit. Taking darts and throwing them against the board. Randy C., what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sometimes it's a long walk up the basement stairs. Wait, we don't have basements in the desert. Exactly, Terrell. Exactly. Couldn't agree more. How many games are decided 1-0 in baseball? Not many. How many games are decided with only one run being scored? Not many. Especially against the Dodgers. Rich O'Matic says, should make the intro a video of your dance moves. Well, I am flat-footed and I've got 2 left feet, so that won't be very entertaining. Actually, could be very entertaining. You know, Nigo says, now let's talk soccer. Or maybe not. Stephen A. still has a job, right? Anthony, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Bob Smith, I'm sure they do, but no Ronaldo today. But I'm not on that one. I'm not on that one. Don't forget, while we don't have any American sports on the board today, our premium plays, my personal plays, will still go on just on the international side, just kind of like they did during old COVID. Nonetheless, Nigo, F. Blake Snow, right? Exactly. There's no right or wrong for what that, the manager was gonna get hate regardless. Exactly, Edward. Just keep being loud and keep up the ratings. That's his whole gig. But anyways, congrats to everybody that backed the Dodgers with me for the nice big futures bet. Quick look into football, and we're going to have a bigger take tomorrow. Keep in mind, tomorrow's live show will probably be a prompt, no more than 2 hours. I am having my surgery tomorrow. I will do the live show before I head off to surgery. No, they're not going to repair this ugly mug. They're going to repair the insides right in here so that way my ears unclog and all of that good stuff. So, nonetheless, moving forward, tomorrow we will go live. I'll be live promptly at 10 Eastern time to probably about 12 Eastern time, maybe a tad bit earlier. And then after that, there will be a daily free play video for Friday that'll be up on the website. Yeah, there is UFC this week, and Uriah Hall and Anderson Spider Silva. But yeah, we've got UFC this weekend. But nonetheless, the show will go on with or without me. Well, the show. I meant the show meaning the games and the daily free play videos. As far as Friday's live show, that one will be up in the air. Thank you, Nigo. Thanks, Nick. Thank you, everybody. But it should be quick and easy. It takes about an hour and a half. Supposedly, they said that you guys will not be able to tell I had surgery. I'm going to be honest with you. My wife screwed up and showed me a picture of what they're putting inside my face that I have to keep there for 6 days. They put in these bags, these balloons, to open up your sinuses. So that way and they can, work on up in there and do all kinds of stuff. And these suckers are like this fucking long, excuse my language. And there's 2 of them going in. And, with little stents that go up. And I'm like, nobody's going to know? How the hell not? So I'm a little nervous. But I'm optimistic that the doctor was correct. He knows what I do for a living. He knows that we've got the live show. And I flat out asked him. I said, no black eyes, which, if I get black eyes, that, works for the Halloween costume. But I cannot lie. I am a tad bit nervous after I seen what they're putting up there. And then I got to keep that in for 6 days. And then they take it out, which is going to just... I remember when I got out of my surgery last year after being in the hospital, and I had that long-ass tube in my side, or inside me. And I remember when they pulled that sucker out, it was like, 18 inches long. And I'm like, holy, where the hell did that thing come from? And I remember how weird that felt when they pulled that out. It felt like your gut's getting sucked from the inside out. I can only imagine it in my nose and in my face. Rich, definitely, I'll pass him off your number, brother. Edward says you might as well get the COVID test while they're in there. Exactly. To be honest, I'm actually surprised they didn't give me a COVID test, or maybe they are tomorrow, you know? Maybe they are tomorrow. I don't know. But I was a little surprised. Terrell says, Rich is thirsty, absolutely. But yeah, we will... Daily free play videos will be out. The only thing that is up in the air is Friday's live show. Oh, Mike, I know I'll be fine. I'm just a big chicken shit when it comes to that. That's crazy, though. In through your nose, drill it. That's, I'm going to come out of that surgery looking like Fabio, right? With a whole head of hair, too. A whole head of hair. Edward Tim says, play nice. You know, so the only thing that's up in the air will be Friday's live show, and that's just going to be depending on how I'm feeling Friday morning. But I will post on my Twitter and the YouTube community page if Friday's live show will be a go, or if we're taking the day off. But my all intents and purposes is to be Kyle Kardashian is to be filming on Friday morning. My goal is to be filming Friday morning with you guys. So that's as of right now, that's the plan. Speaking of Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian reveals she had COVID. She had. Of course, she didn't know about it at the time, just now anyways. When I come out with hair like Trump. Yeah. Got a long way to go before I have any hair like that. As long as I don't come out like Jenner, right? Nigo says, I take the over on the Botox. Real Champ says Kyle's going to come out of surgery and says that the Jets cover. We know the doctor did something wrong. Right? Right? Tell them no to the bigger ass? Exactly. You guys are killing me. Alrighty. You guys crack me up. But yeah, the plan is we'll film on Friday. Unless something changes. We will be filming on Friday. Now, I can't promise you how good I'm going to look, but I mean, I don't look good anyways. So, I might be wearing glasses. Might be in costume. You just never know. You just never know. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. But yeah, they said I should be good. So we'll find out. We'll see how good the doctor is. All righty. Seeing the story from Justin Turner. I know he tweeted last night at 9:28 p.m. Thanks to everybody reaching out. I feel great. No symptoms at all. Just experienced every emotion you can possibly imagine. Can't believe I couldn't be out there to celebrate with my guys. So proud of the team and unbelievably happy for the city of Los Angeles. Hopefully for Justin Turner's sake, he'll be able to do it all again another day. Alrighty. So, as far as football goes, we're going to do a very big in-depth for tomorrow night's games tomorrow. So, for like the Falcons and the Panthers game for the NFL tomorrow, Real Champ says, "Oh, this was a great way to laugh off the pain from last night." Exactly. You know, if you can't have fun at what you do and laugh on a daily basis, you shouldn't be doing what you do. And, you know, losing is no laughing matter. Nonetheless, you know, losing sucks. Losing really sucks. So, we'll try and limit the losses, all right, folks? Nick says, Kyle's a game time decision tomorrow. No, game time decision for Friday. Game time decision Friday. Tomorrow is 100% go. Tomorrow is 100% go. As far as tomorrow's game between the Falcons and the Panthers, other than an early lean on, you know, a possible overplay, other than that, no real opinion until we break that one down in its entirety tomorrow. So we're going to go over some, you know, we did the NFL yesterday. We'll go over some college football today. In 1 second, folks. Alrighty. So we're going to move into some college football. It's one thing we didn't really talk about yesterday. We're going to talk about it a little bit today. Mike Smith says, Kyle's like Nick Saban with a positive COVID last week. No way to keep him from Cap Nation, right? Exactly. Rich says, speaking of losses, just want to throw out rest in peace for Joey Moss. Hockey World lost a legend the other night. Absolutely very sad. Joe D saying the Wisconsin game is canceled. I know the Kentucky and Missouri game, which was postponed. Now, I haven't seen I know Marshall and FIU was postponed. I haven't seen anything on Wisconsin. Not yet, anyways. Wisconsin and Nebraska. Is that what you're saying, Joe? I know it's in jeopardy, but I haven't seen it official today. Maybe it is, but I mean, I've been live for a little while, so maybe it happened. Maybe it happened in the last hour and 20 minutes. But I know it was definitely in jeopardy as of yesterday, but I hadn't seen it official. I know the Badgers struggling with COVID. Yeah, Alex, saw the big fires in Orange County. I got a lot of friends affected. So hopefully you stay safe. Duke says no laughing matter, but don't bet it if you can't afford to lose it. Exactly right. And you lost it yesterday. Yeah, I think a lot of us did. I mean, other than the Dodgers and cashing on the Dodgers' future bet as well as their game yesterday. Other than that, it sucked. Take a look at college football starting on Thursday. South Alabama, Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern laying the 6. Matter of fact, let me pull up the odds for that one. Let me pull up the live odds. For college football this week. Hopefully they'll pop up for me. You just saw breaking news, Wisconsin not playing Saturday. You know, I figured it was coming after yesterday's news. But, you know, I never believe it until it's official. Mike Z says, yeah, even when you can afford it, it still hurts. Absolutely, every loss hurts. Sucks to lose. Sucks. I don't care if you go 3-1. That one sucked. Even if you go 3-1, the one part still sucks. You know, it doesn't matter. A loss sucks. Alrighty. So, South Alabama, Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern, that line is now down to 5. Nego says, get your passports ready. We're cashing out in euros. Today we will. Mr. Bear says, since COVID, I love betting soccer. Right there with you, brother. We definitely cleaned up. We were probably a very small group that had a very successful COVID sports betting season. That's for sure. Tony says, whenever I lose, I tell my old lady someone has to pay. She knows to run. Greg says, morning, Kyle. 2020 been one wild ride so far. Absolutely. Chicken Sauce says, Georgia Southern looks enticing. You know, Georgia Southern and their 3-2 going up against South Alabama definitely looks enticing. They played a very close game last year, if you guys remember. I don't have all my information in front of me, like I will for tomorrow's show. But I believe it was like a 3-point victory last year. Very close battle. Very close game last year. Stayed well under the total of 37, as far as the total being at 51 right now. I think it's a tad bit on the juice side. Totals have been juiced. So you just got to, bob and weave between the totals that are juiced and the totals that aren't juiced and make the correct decisions. But in this one, we're going to see a lot of run. And South Alabama just put up that 38 against Louisiana Monroe. And Georgia Southern coming off only their 2-touchdown loss to Coastal Carolina, where they lost 28-14. I'd have to say, as while Georgia Southern looks attractive at home, early lean, and remember, leans are just leans. Leans are just opinions, what we're leaning on, and that may change tomorrow when I'm actually going to be putting down bets on games. But as of right now, I do lean towards the dog in this one, South Alabama plus the 5, possibly an over 51. But I'd have to look really hard into the numbers because I just off the cusp, I definitely think that it'll probably be very close to that number one way or another, or one side of that number. Now the other game, Colorado State, Fresno State. Colorado State has not played yet. It's their opener. Fresno State has already lost one on the year, losing to Hawaii 34-19. Fresno State's offense is definitely not what it used to be. That is for sure. As far as this one goes, with Fresno State catching 1.5, at home, Colorado State laying 1.5 with an over and under 59 in this game. Again, here's another dog that got the win last year at home, and they won by 10 points. Again, early lean on the small road favorite, minus 1.5 is minus $1.15. So I do lean towards possible money line wager. We'll see. As far as the total goes, I think we'll see more points scored in this game than we did in last week's Fresno State game. Moving on to Friday. We originally had 4 games set for Friday. The Marshall and FIU game has been canceled. No lackluster there because Marshall was probably going to clean up and clean house on that one. There is another game. There's actually a 4th game on the board. The Southeast Missouri State and Southern Illinois game. That actually is on the board to be played tomorrow. You can bet on it. Obviously, may not be as quality of a Minnesota-Maryland game, but nonetheless, we can bet on it. As far as that one goes, I lean towards the points early on that one. I expect to see a lot of points in that game. Minnesota-Maryland, is Minnesota for real going to be laying almost 3 touchdowns, laying 20 on the road against Maryland. Anytime you're laying, 20 on the road, you really got to take a hard look at that team. Now, Minnesota did smoke them last year, guys. They smoked them 52-10 and beat them by a country mile. Obviously, that was at home. As far as playing on the road, Minnesota coming off their loss to Michigan. People wanted to say Minnesota's for real, but they just got the 25-point beatdown by Michigan. And I think Michigan's going to be a very quality program this year. Jim Harbaugh and his Wolverines are always a quality team. However, I think they put a lot more pieces to the puzzle together this year than they've done in the years past. So as far as Minnesota and Maryland goes, I don't know if I'm ready to back Minnesota on the road, laying 3 touchdowns, laying 20. They got to win by 3 touchdowns or more. Although Maryland getting their beat down by Northwestern 43-3. I have zero faith in that, that aspect of the game. So as far as Maryland goes, I don't think I could bet on them. I don't think I could bet against them laying the 3. However, Minnesota's probably the play here. Just don't know if I'm ready to lay it this early in the season without any tune-up games. Jumping right into a conference battle, laying 20 on the road. Just not quite certain that I want to jump into that. Now, the total is 60.5. If we saw what we saw against Northwestern and Maryland, where Maryland only put up 3, the game stays under. If Maryland can't score against a Minnesota team that gave up 49 to Michigan, then the game will stay under. So as far as this one goes, I'd have to say Minnesota's going to be the better team. Minnesota probably covers, but as of right now, today in Times Point, I'm a real no opinion when it comes to betting either the side or the total in that one. Now, ECU and Tulsa, wherever Dizzy is, we know Tulsa. Dizzy is riding Tulsa, probably laying 17.5. Tulsa is definitely the better team. It's actually 17 minus $1.15 right now with a total over and under 60.5. Not only do I think Tulsa wins, I think they cover the spread as an early lean. But again, leans are leans. I got to dive really into it and do what I do before I really start putting out plays. But just off the cusp, I think Tulsa's the better team at home against ECU. Still laying the 17 and 17 minus $1.15 again is a big number for a Tulsa team. Yeah, they had a big 42-13 win over South Florida, but let's be honest, ECU is not South Florida. Okay, now they did play South Florida and they beat them 44-24. So no doubt about it. I think they're going to get more competition out of ECU. One thing that I think we see a lot of points in this one. Do we see over 60? We'll find out tomorrow and in tomorrow's live show. But again, I know that's kind of misleading. I think Tulsa's the better team, but I think ECU gives them a lot more of a challenge than what South Florida did. I mean, hell, ECU beat South Florida back on the 10th, 44-24, beat them by 20 points. Now, the last game on the board for tomorrow, Hawaii and Wyoming. As far as that game goes, Hawaii is a different program than we're used to seeing 2 years ago. So as far as Hawaii goes, I'd have to say I do have an early lean towards Hawaii. Laying one minus $1.10, I'd probably just take the money line minus $1.15. Total over and under 59.5. Wyoming showed us something this last week. Obviously they did not give up against Nevada. They were down 14-6 at the half. At the end of the third quarter, they were down 28-13. They were down 15 points. They ended up tying up the game in the fourth quarter, outscoring Nevada 18-3 in the fourth quarter. They ended up losing in overtime. 37-34 after getting that opening field goal and Nevada coming down and actually scoring. So as far as Wyoming and Hawaii go, probably be a high scoring game depending on the weather up there at the Jonah Field at the War Memorial Stadium, which I'd have to look more into. But as far as this one goes, I'd probably lean towards more of points than anything. Moving into a little Saturday games, Michigan State, Michigan laying the 24.5 rivalry game. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I know Minnesota got pounded by Michigan. And here we are, Michigan State. And, Michigan State losing to Rutgers 38-27. In-state rivalry, conference game. Game number 2 of the season. Michigan at home. Yada, yada, yada. Michigan beat them 44-10 last year. I think they absolutely roll this year. But again, the conference games close, are generally played a tad bit closer. But there's going to be no love lost on this one, and I would not be surprised to see Jim Harbaugh happily run the tally up in every opportunity that he gets this year. So we're not going to be able to hit all the games down, through the board today. Wake Forest, Syracuse, quick little lean on Wake Forest. I think they definitely come out, and Syracuse definitely looking for that bounce back. They've lost 3 straight. They're 1-5 on the season. Wake Forest 3-2, coming off of their big win over Virginia Tech. Obviously, Wake Forest coming in with that big beat number 19. Should have a number next to their name, in my opinion. However, and again, having a number next to your name this year is definitely going to be misleading. If you're one of the COVID teams that haven't played, haven't practiced, haven't gone through blood, sweat, and tears just yet, personally speaking, I don't think you should have a number next to your name until you actually earn it. And teams coming out of the Big Ten, the Pac-12, Mountain West, definitely don't deserve it, in my opinion. Mark S., you have a great plus 240 on our first quarter over, 13.5 for the Panthers game. Any thoughts? I'd have to take a look at that one more tomorrow, but plus 240 is enticing. But most of the time in the NFL, they don't break 10. 10 and 10.5 is usually a NFL first quarter number because of those long methodical drives. But again, we're going to do a more in-depth game day breakdowns of the games tomorrow. Those are just quick little lanes for, the first 7 or 8 games that are on the board. We are going to wrap it up. We're going to jump into a little bit of soccer here, get you guys on a free play. Hopefully the free play wins because, a winning free play has been elusive so far, and here it is, flipping Wednesday. And we can use a good free play. We can use it. And remember, free plays are not necessarily free. All right, they might be free to you guys watching the live show, but it's something that usually comes out of one of our paid packages. So getting a free play, like for instance yesterday or early this morning, baseball free play in the daily free play video. I'll be honest with you, I put out 2 baseball plays, 2 Japanese baseball plays. Gave out the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks -1.5, as well as the Rakuten Golden Eagles, and the lower juiced 1-1. The SoftBank Hawks laying 1.5 was -$1.10. That was what actually got the win for us, and unfortunately, the higher juice play lost, which was what I gave you guys for free. So Japanese baseball, I ended up going 1-1. I had a bad day yesterday. I had a real bad day yesterday. 1-1 in soccer. 1-1 in Japanese baseball, and then the over 8 absolutely killed me. Rays team total in the first 5 over 1.5 was definitely looking stellar, and they just couldn't get anything done. Now, as far as soccer goes today, a lot of people wondering about the Juventus and Barcelona game with Ronaldo out. Reading through some of the comments. Jay, good morning. Rookie MVP, good morning. Yeah, Scott says they're not free if they lose. I never looked at it that way. They're definitely not free if they lose. They're going to be a costly one. Now, here's a play that I absolutely love. It'll be going out to some of my clients as well. It is a soccer play for later on this afternoon. Nick Hill, can you give a free play with equal odds? Can beggars be choosers? Do you want something that I'm actually going to be betting, or do you want me just to flip a coin for you? Last time I checked, it sucks to drop a game that's got juice in it, but hey, shit happens. But I will give you an option. You can bet, you can fade, you can follow, or whatnot. Now, Portugal. Portuguese soccer later on this afternoon. Sporting, and this line's going to jump. This line's going to go crazy. It's a later game, 4:45 on the West Coast. So 7:45 Eastern time. Bob Smith says Inter Milan actually should have won. I agree, but they didn't, unfortunately. So hey, just like the Rays manager, taking the heat, I'll take the heat too. We bet a free play loser yesterday. Brad says Champions League is the way to go. Ha ha. By all means, I'll have plays in the Champions League as well. However, I play a lot of Portuguese soccer, a lot of Portugal soccer during COVID. We absolutely cleaned up on. Didn't play a lot, but when we did, they were nearly all winners. My clients that were with me back then know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, 7:45 Eastern Time, Sporting Lisboa against Gil Vicente. All right, guys. As of right now, the money line is minus 169 in my last refresh. I'll be betting this one twice. Not only will I be laying it on the money line at minus 169, which I expect to get well above minus 200, especially after some of you guys start betting it. But I'm also going to be betting Sporting Lisboa laying the 1, which is nearly even money. So Nick Hill, who's begging for an even money, no juice play, there you go. It's actually minus 104 laying the 1. However, I'm going to be betting both. Honestly, I think we double dip. But worst case scenario, I think if you take them laying 1, worst case scenario, you end up with a push if they get that 2-1 victory or 1-0 victory. But in all reality, I think they cover the 1. But I'm betting both. Minus $1.69. I don't mind laying the juice. It's soccer. Minus 169 in juice is not a lot. Just like in the UFC, minus 169 is not a lot of juice, in my opinion. In my opinion. If you don't like soccer, well, then don't bet it. If you guys don't like soccer, plain and simple, don't bet it. You don't like me? Fade. Let me know how it works out for you at the end of the year. That's a fact. All right, so put it up on the free play board. I'm going to put both of them up there for you guys. Either bet both. Tony, this is an adult show. Time to act like one. All right, brother? So we'll be putting it up on the board as far as which direction you guys need to get. Bet it however you see fit. However, I'll be taking the money line as my biggest bet on this play, that's for sure. And again, I expect the money line to actually get out of hand. So I need to clean this up a little bit. Change the date around for us. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. It got another update on me. All right, here we go. We're going to have 2, so we're going to put it up here twice, all right? Now, you can bet it however you see fit. Bet one, bet the other, bet both. And feel free to beat me up if we lose, all right? You can blame me if we lose, okay? Don't worry. Big boy, you can blame me if we lose. So there you have it. So if you're one of the people that don't like laying juice, by all means, lay the 1. If you don't mind laying juice, lay them both. Some people will like the lay-in 1, and you guys might end up with a push. But I'll be winning on the money line. Mark S., Portugal soccer. Portugal. If you guys want a game number, it's game 115001 and 115002. Ray, sorry, any picks? Yeah, hit the rewind button. And again, it's Portugal soccer. Here, we'll show the free play board one more time. All right. And we'll put this down there. And we'll put up here. All right, there you go. Okay. Plain and simple. Now, if you guys are new and you've never tried us before and you want to try out our premium plays and my personal plays, just go to our website right here, very top of the page. Can't discuss it on YouTube. Read the instructions, follow them, and you can get 2 days of premium plays or my personal plays. Mike, the free taco is today. Nick Hill, I highly doubt that we lose. They will all blame me, which is fine. I could really give a shit. Bob Smith, it's Portugal. Sporting Lisboa against Gil Vicente. The Primera. And yes, Tim, if you're on like Sofa Score, it'll pop up as Sporting CP. Okay? If you're on you know, it's funny, soccer does that. When you bet it, the line usually comes down a little bit. It's crazy how that works. It always baffled me before. I'd make a big bet, we'd be live, and I'd come back like 10 seconds later and the line's lower. I'd be like, what the hell? What the hell's going on? Yes, blame me. Send all your complaints to me. Email all your complaints to the boss. Email them all to cd@cappersdirect.com. Please tell him Kyle needs a vacation or he should be fired. That way I can go on vacation. We'll have a new nose, a new face, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. And no, I'm not having a nose job. Mike says Kyle moves the market. Thanks, boss. You're very welcome. Chido says Bellator tomorrow. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got Bellator tomorrow. We may or may not have something on Bellator. I'll know later on tonight. I know FC was working on it. So enjoy those. Enjoy that free play. Let's get a nice big bounce back. JE, very welcome. Yesterday's Major League Baseball was horrible. I had a good day in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers won, which was a premium play, and I cashed that futures bet that I gave everybody. So if you guys didn't have a good winning day yesterday with the Dodgers cashing a futures bet, then Luigi, have you given the Champions League free play? No, I didn't know I was required to give a Champions League free play. Never knew it said I was giving a Champions League free play. Nick, yes, they're playing Gil Vicente. Bob Smith, I really can't find the play on FanDuel. Open up a Bet Online account. As far as DraftKings goes, no idea. Not a fan. FanDuel, DraftKings, maybe they don't have it. I don't know. That's why it always pays to have a great offshore book as well. More betting options, more things to bet, more money to be made. Luigi had also said NFL Week 8. We discussing the UEFA soccer, the Champions League. RH, thank you. I appreciate this. Has been doing this a long time. Only a few handicappers I trust and enjoy listening to. You are number one. I appreciate that. Betting tips. So here's your Champions League betting tip. Go to the website, cappersdirect.com. Click on the premium tab. Scroll down. Pick out a package. And you'll have some winners. There's my Champions League betting tip of the day. Mr. O'Neill, never a problem to be late. That's why we always got that good rewind button. We always got that good rewind button. Nonetheless, going to be a big day today. And we got a lot of good stuff planned for the rest of the week. So enjoy that one, everybody. Mark S. says Real Champ DraftKings has it. Most have it. Just got to search for it. Just got to search for it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. If you're on Premium Plays, check online in about 30 minutes or less. Premium Plays for today will be uploaded from the text message that I just got, so that they're starting to go up now. Could take up to 30 minutes, though. So by 9:30 on the West Coast, 12:30 on the East Coast. And again, hats off to Major League Baseball for getting us through a shortened and full expanded postseason. Can't wait for baseball to start back up. Thank you, Terrell. Chino, appreciate it. Mike, very welcome. Luigi, no problem. Appreciate it. I appreciate every one of you guys. Even if I give some of you guys a hard time, you guys all know I'm always just joking. I don't take anything in here personal. Nothing personal. So Luigi, even though I give you a hard time about asking about a Champions League play, well, I don't have a free one. We've got some paid ones. It's nothing personal. I love each and every single one of you. We're all family here, Cap Nation family. And again, even the haters, I appreciate you guys as well for tuning in. The 6 douchebags that gave the thumbs down, appreciate you as well. If you didn't give us a thumbs up, shame on you, please do. We greatly appreciate it when you do. Thank you, Edward. That'll be after tomorrow's live show, though. $17 Clipper, what's the best play? The money line. Just got to win by 1. The other, they got to win by 2. Thank you, Ray. Keep me in your prayers tomorrow after the live show. All right, guys, enjoy your Wednesday. If you're on my Q-Transfers, got mine at -179, -106. Let's go, Kyle. I hate this. I'm going to try you out for a week. Thank you. And Sporting Lisboa. And we'll see you guys all live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We will be live prompt tomorrow, ready to rock and ready to roll. Probably, whereas we've been live shooting the shit with no games on the board for 3 hours today. Actually, 2 hours. Be about the same time. Same time tomorrow, but it'll be a prompt show just because I do have to split. Mike says, I reckon if I was to play a free one, I'd play Kyle's free bets. Appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Good luck, everybody, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow morning. And remember, if you're on my personal plays, give me about an hour or less, and they'll be in your inbox. All right, guys, good luck, everybody. Have a great day. Have a blessed hump day, and hump away. Good luck, everybody.